Good morning, friends. It's fasting day 13. We're coming to the end of week 2. And let me just say, I've just enjoyed being on this journey with you. Isn't it incredible when you can do a shared journey with other people, the amount of discipline and structure that you can maintain? It's been an incredible thing. Now, today's Saturday, so you won't have your weekday routines to keep you busy, so don't forget to have water, your new best friend, nearby all day because you'll have cravings, you'll be hungry and all that kind of stuff. And so, again, feel free to modify and do what you need to do because remember our goal. Our goal is a simple goal. We just want to grow our hunger for God. That's all we want to do. Saying no to food, yes to God through scripture, prayer, and nudges. Well, today I want to talk with you about seeking like Jesus. So let me ask you a question. Who do you want to become like? Who do you want to become like most in this world? You can't say no one, because the reality is all day, every day, we are being influenced and shaped by forces and voices and people all around us. So everyone's becoming like someone. If your heart of hearts is to become like Jesus, well, I have a little newsflash for you. Here it is. Jesus Christ was first and foremost a God seeker. He sought the Father first and foremost. In fact, one of the lessons that we're learning in this fast has been when we seek God first, it's different from seeking God whenever it's convenient, or seeking God whenever we're in trouble, or seeking God whenever we have a pressing need. That's how we normally would do it, but this fast is changing all that. Another lesson we're learning is that when we seek God first, his voice becomes louder. When we seek God first, his presence becomes nearer. When we seek God first, his guidance becomes clearer. This is what we've been experiencing. It's been an incredible thing. Now, if you look into the New Testament, you'll see that Jesus had habits. And the main habit that Jesus maintained was to seek the Father first and foremost. In fact, you could call this the habit of all habits. It's his one habit that ruled all the other habits. Luke chapter 5, verses 15 and 16 says this. But now even more the report about him spread abroad, and great crowds gathered to hear him and be healed of their infirmities. But he would often withdraw to desolate places and pray. Often. Jesus would often withdraw from the busyness and go off and pray and seek the Father. So what's going on here? Here's what's going on. Jesus' popularity is growing. And as Jesus' popularity is growing, Jesus' busyness is growing. How did Jesus respond? He responded by pushing the busyness aside in order to prioritize seeking the Father. Now, to be honest with you, I've usually done it the opposite. When busyness is growing, push seeking God aside, and then busyness becomes the priority. I mean, that's my honest assessment of my own life. And so Jesus fought to maintain the habit of all habits. Jesus didn't let busyness become number one and seeking the Father number two. He kept seeking the Father number one and pushed aside the busyness that was encroaching around it. We see it over and over and over. You see it in Mark chapter 1:35. You see it in Luke 6 verse 12. Over and over and over, Jesus is constantly pushing busyness aside to prioritize seeking the Father. Now let me just say this. I've discovered in my own life, if I let busyness become first, my heart begins to dry up. I start living a fragmented, confusing kind of a life, busy and frantic, and then I start to get frustrated because I want to be closer to God. And truth is, friends, we're as close to God as we choose to be. And like Jesus, we can develop the habit of all habits. Now, friends, week three is coming, and that's flow week. Week 1 was fog week. Week 2 is focus week. Week 3 is flow week. So start thinking this week about how you're going to take this rhythm of flowing in a relationship with God and carry it over after the fast, because it's coming. It's just 1 week away. So keep praying for me. I'll keep praying for you. Drop some comments, share encouragements below, and know that I love you, and I will see you tomorrow.